Greetings. My name is Corey Garfias, and I'm excited to share my final project summary presentation with you today. For my final project, I chose to create an informative video tutorial about how to use the database called Sport Discus. Sport Discus focuses on literature within the realm of exercise, fitness, sports, and nutrition. Here is the agenda for my presentation. We will cover my target audience, my reasons for creating this tutorial, my role in all of this, the implementation and testing plan, and lastly, my reflections on this project. My target audience is students at the university level as well as coaches for the university. For the students, this includes both undergraduate and graduate students. In my personal experience as an undergraduate student, I found that I had little to no exposure to the tools and resources available to me through my university library. Because of this experience, I wanted to make sure I created a short and sweet video tutorial that would be engaging for all of my viewers, whether that be an undergraduate student, graduate student, or coach at the university. I wanted to include coaches in my target audience as well, because it is my belief that they would greatly benefit from using the Sport Discus database. If coaches know how to access the relevant information for their sport, they can better coach their student athletes. Now I'd like to share the reasons for which I created this tutorial. When learning something new, it is easy to become overwhelmed in being bombarded with information. In developing this video, I tried to keep things brief and to the point in order to hopefully avoid creating information overload for the viewer. As a student both in undergraduate and graduate studies, I've watched and attended lectures that simply contained too much information. In sticking to just the essentials, it is my hope that my viewers will stay engaged. You'll notice that I made the decision to leave my camera on for the video tutorial. The reason for this was to produce a video tutorial that was entertaining as well as educational. Having a face to the voice will help keep viewers engaged and will develop a bit more of a connection with them. Moving on to my role. For this video tutorial, I took on the role of an academic librarian at San Jose State University. This made the most sense as a role for me to take on when factoring in my target audience. Also, stating that I worked at San Jose State University made sense considering my student status here is what grants me access to the Sport Discus database. I was able to provide my viewers a step by step process for how to access and use the database using my SJSU login credentials. Let's move on to implementation. First and foremost, this video tutorial will be published to the University Library YouTube page. Since the video tutorial will be shared on YouTube, this means it will be easily accessible to not only university students and coaches, but to anyone. After the video is published to the university YouTube page, I would then share it on all of the library social media channels: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Sharing it across all of these platforms will ensure that it reaches as many potential viewers as possible. After all of the social media implementation, I would share this video in the appropriate LibGuide web pages. For example, on the King Library SJSU homepage, you can find a guide for a specific subject. This video would be shared on all of the appropriate subject pages, such as kinesiology and recreational therapy. Let's move on to my testing plan. Before publishing the video tutorial to the library YouTube page, I would have some students, coaches, and library colleagues try and follow along with the video. After they have watched the video and tried all of the techniques I've shared, I'd have them fill out a Google form to collect their feedback. I've found that using Google Forms is a great way to gather feedback, seeing as how the responses are collected in one location. This leads to a streamlined process when evaluating responses and generating great data visualizations. After the feedback has been collected, I will make modifications to the video tutorial and then publish it. Lastly, I'd like to share my reflections on this project. Overall, I had a wonderful time working on this project. It was honestly quite refreshing to have this as a final project rather than stressing out about a lengthy research paper. When I started creating material for the video tutorial, I was worried that I would struggle to come up with material to fill the allotted amount of time. However, I quickly discovered that this would not be an issue. I actually ended up having to cut material, which was certainly a surprise. Working on this project also helped me realize that I could see myself in a role that involves teaching and developing lessons. Ensuring that patrons know how to find what they are looking for sounds like it could be an incredibly rewarding experience. Thank you so much for a wonderful semester, Professor Steiner. Wishing you a relaxing and fun holiday season. Take care.